Yes, and do you have an idea for a bit? Because I got news.
I have nothing. Give me the news.
Okay, so and Fernie kind of took some of the wind out of my sails here.
What happened?
So
I'm scared.
I've got some interesting news.
No.
What?
Wait, no, your camera was like coming out of focus. Are you good?
Yeah, no,
I can see you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm scared. What happened?
No, okay, nothing bad. Nothing. It's actually somewhat of a positive, I guess. So I actually reached out to a company about a possible sponsorship deal.
No. Okay, good.
Yeah. What did you think I was going to say? Now I need to know.
I'll tell you later.
You thought Fernie was going to quit?
No.
You thought I was going to quit?
No.
You thought we were going to start a new podcast without you?
No, you wouldn't dare. No,
I'm kidding.
What happened? What happened?
Okay, so I reached out to a company called Ghost. They do energy drinks, pre-workouts, protein, that kind of shit, right? And I drink their drinks.
Our core demographic.
I know. I actually reached out though, and I asked, like, would it be okay? And I sent them in the message, I don't want any free stuff. Like, I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for permission to mention you guys in the show. And they said, well, we can't offer you. Well, you're right. We can't offer you any kind of like discount percentage, discount code, or we can't offer you anything like that because your numbers aren't there. Yeah. But we would appreciate any kind of positive, any positive that you can say about our product on the show. And once you average 150 viewers per episode, let us know. Like, send us the info to show it, and we can just give you the link to start making money off of any products that people buy based with your link and so on and so forth.
All right.
So we don't have a sponsorship, but we have a relationship.
It's a start.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The rollback brought to you not by Ghost Energy.
Shout out to the Ghost Energy drink. Shout out to the Ghost.
Their protein actually tastes pretty good. I have the cereal milk one, and it actually tastes like milk after you eat some Fruity Pebbles. So
I haven't had milk in so long.
What?
Yeah, I haven't had any milk in so long.
Is it because you don't like milk, or like?
No, I don't dislike milk. I had this conversation like a couple of weeks ago with a friend where I said, like, I haven't had like a bowl of cereal in like a long time. And yeah, I haven't had any milk. I've had like ice cream and shit, but I haven't had milk.
Do you need me to buy you better cereal?
No, I'm good. No. It's just, I just haven't done it. Like, it's not like I haven't actively been after it, and I don't miss it.
It's not a dietary thing.
No, it's just like a thing, I guess.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Fair.
I don't do energy drinks though. I feel like I'm hype enough.
If I can speak positively to Ghost for just a sec, and this is no bullshit. Like, this is real me. I stopped drinking other energy drinks because it got to a point where I could feel it in my teeth, like they were rotting. Like, I could feel it after I would drink a certain other energy drink, right? So I'm at HEB, me and Nick are shopping, and I see an energy drink. It's called Ghost, and they have a Sour Patch flavor, a raspberry one. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll try that. It's vegan? No, it's organic. I'm sorry, yeah, it's organic. No crazy amount of sugar or anything like that. It's 5 calories, but it actually fucking works. Like, gives me the same up, but does not make me feel like my teeth are rotting from the inside. So I appreciate that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ghost.
Shout out to the goat. The Ghost. That's gonna be their next slogan. Shout out to the Ghost.
Well, their buzzword is legends. Only legends work here. Or Ghost is for legends. So
sounds like a lyric that The Rock would rap.
It sounds like something for hype bros, but you know what? Fuck it. I guess I'm a hype bro now. Go Ghost. Hey, we're going Ghost. Oh, I miss you, Danny Phantom.
All right, now I quit the show. Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
And I'm Luisa.
Reviewing Encanto. This is the rollback.
Oh, man. So last week, we reviewed one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen in my life. This week, a movie significantly less depressing.
Unless you have family trauma, then yeah, it's significantly less depressing than, the end of the world as we saw it in Don't Look Up. But we are talking about Encanto, the new Disney movie. There's a little magic in all of us, almost all of us, the tale of an extraordinary family, the Madrigals who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia, in a magical house, in a vibrant town, in a wondrous charmed place called an Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift, from super strength to the power to heal every child except one, Mirabel. But when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is in danger, Mirabel decides that she, the only ordinary Madrigal, might just be her exceptional family's last hope. So this is the 60th Disney animated feature film, and it slid into our Disney Plus accounts around December 31st, if I'm not wrong, like somewhere around those dates. Yeah. And it showed up. It's a musical. The music was made by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who also did the music to Hamilton and Moana. And it has been on a roll this entire year when he's not, posting really cringy pictures on the internet. So what do we think about Disney's new feature film, Encanto? I'm gonna let you start.
Can I start with like maybe the only negative I have, and then we can go into like nothing but the positives?
Let's go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but so Jared Bush and Brian Howard directed this, right?
Yeah.
Brian Howard. Screenplay by something Smith, produced by Clark Spencer. With the
a lot of white people there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, with the exception of the music, like I'm seeing a lot of Anglos in this bitch. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying So I thought about it. You could swap out this movie's characters with people of a different nationality, and it would pretty much stick. There's not much of the Hispanic culture that I can see in this, with the exception of maybe like the candle, like Coco. Completely different fucking story. That thing is entrenched in heritage.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie, like, again, you could just swap out the ethnicities, and it would still kind of fit. Like, we're in the mountains of Ireland, or we're fucking in the mountains of near. God, what's in Asia that's mountainous? Great Wall of China. Whatever. You get what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna help you with that one.
you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's not unique enough to be like a cultural milestone. It's more like insert which nationality and go. I think there's not enough heritage in there to make it uniquely Hispanic in general.
Okay.
And feel free to bash me and tell me how wrong I am. That's my take.
I am going to hardcore disagree with you. I think the movie is dripping with Latino heritage, pride, and representation. Like, it is ridiculous how Latino this story is. If you are Latino, you probably at least heard about a little book called 100 Years of Solitude, which is one of the seminal works in literature in all the world. But it is weirdly very, very Latino. And the big thing about it is magical realism. I think 100 Years of Solitude is one of this movie's biggest inspirations. Okay. The magical realism is present. The house, the way that it moves, everything, I think is, and like I said, it's dripping with that style. And Gabo will be the first to tell you that is, for some reason, I don't know how to explain it, but it's aggressively Latino. And I think the movie works because it takes that angle. We can do jokes about stereotypes all day long. I sometimes do them because it's funny to me when I'm doing them with myself, and I'm allowed to. Mm-hmm. But the fact that this movie managed to make its central topic be generational trauma and family trauma, guess who has a lot of that? Ask every child of an immigrant parent, and they will tell you that this shit is too accurate. I mean, you know this movie's a fantasy because it ends, spoilers, with like the matriarch of the family being like, you know what? I was wrong.
Yeah.
I accept it.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen. And seeing that was fucking beautiful, man. I disagree with everything you just said because I see the Latinoisms in it like hardcore, and that we share it with like all of South America. Like that's a thing. So yeah, well, I do agree that you know that there is generational trauma in every culture. The Latino one is like spicy, like it is specific. So no, I disagree. I think the movie works not because the movie doesn't succeed in showing diversity just by showing diversity. It succeeds in telling a specifically Latino story and the Latino struggle, which is family generational trauma. Like it's that is our apple pie. There it is. That's what that is.
Again, let's so no. Okay, so that was the one negative I really had. Did you have any negatives about this film?
Negatives, not a lot, not really. I enjoyed this movie a whole lot. I think it was bouncy and fun, and I love the songs, and it's one of those things where like the whole time that I was watching the movie, and you know, we can talk about the characters, we can talk about like story or whatever, but we can talk about that house. That house is so alive and so colorful and so like
it is a character.
It is a character in itself. I cannot wait until they build that house in Disney World. Like, you know, it's gonna happen, and I want to go.
I don't know if they would build it though.
They would. I truly believe they would.
I mean, the movie only grossed like $220 million.
Yeah, but those are COVID numbers, and it was released same day on Disney Plus. That does not matter. People, I'm on TikTok like daily, and I'm hearing these songs like every day. It's
really
a hit.
Really?
Yes.
Fair. You know what? You are more in touch with the hip young folk than I am. So you know what? Fair enough.
I am a year younger than you. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. My 28-year-old ass. Anyway, God, I'm 28 years old. Yeah. Oh God, I'm 2 years from being 30. Let's not get into this right now. Let's talk about Encanto. Encanto? Sorry.
Encanto. Yeah.
Well, what is so I accidentally mistyped it once. Can you tell me what does encantante mean?
That means charming. So Encanto is a charm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be like the direct translation. Yeah.
Gotcha. So this film, you just mentioned it. Let's dive into it. The music is fucking fantastic. What song was your favorite?
Oh God, somewhere between the cousin song, the strong one.
That's my favorite
like her song. I really like her song. It gave me like vibes of like "You're Welcome" by The Rock from Moana. Makes sense because it's the same songwriter. But hearing that song and being like the older brother and being like the older of my cousins, I hear that song and I'm like, oh, gosh, eesh. little too real there. Probably between that one. I like the first one, the "Welcome to the Family." I like that song. And let's talk about Bruno. It's a fucking classic. Like, I think
we don't talk about Bruno. No,
that's a real good one. Hell, I even like the Carlos Vives song, the song that's playing the credits, the Colombia. I like that song. That was a good song. Mm-hmm. My favorite probably wouldn't talk about Bruno. That's probably my favorite song. You?
It was a cousin one, but now that you mention it, we don't talk about Bruno. No. I mean, which one am I singing right now?
Yeah. You can tell this. You can tell this was done by the same guy who did Hamilton. Like, it is so. It is like stupidly theatrical, and like every part just like building on top of each other. It's so good. So
I'm not. I would say I'm not a big. I'm not the biggest music person, right? Like, I'm not. Like, I can appreciate scores of movies, but I'm not the biggest music person. Yeah. But I know good rapping when I hear it. And one reason why Eminem is my favorite rapper, yes, I am basic. But I also like the dude from Hamilton is because they both do the same thing. they bend the words to make it fit.
Yeah.
You know, Eminem famously gave this example. Anderson Cooper asked him, "Nothing rhymes with orange," and Eminem says, "Well, no, not technically, but if you bend the words, they can." Like, you know, with my orange door hinge while I eat some porridge. You know, bending the words to make it fit and make it rhyme and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's the same thing the guy from Hamilton does. He bends the words in such a way to where everything fits. And you hear that. That's a very distinct style of music. I didn't realize it until you mentioned it. That's where I fucking hear it from. It reminds me of the Hamilton musical, the way he bends, the manner in which he jumps around. Artists do have a distinct style when they write their own music. Drake doesn't because he has ghostwriters and he sucks. But real artists that actually write their shit, they have a distinct style. You know, you can tell lyrically who's who. And yeah, after you told me that, I'm like, oh fuck, no wonder this movie's music was incredible. Fucking that's why.
Yeah. No, and it's great. Like the movie needed to have an amazing soundtrack. Like it needed to. Like it would have failed if it didn't. But the music is as good as I think the story is. I like how we have kind of like this. Gave me like a little bit from My Hero Academia vibes. You know, everyone has powers except for this one, our main character. But then we found out more and more time passes that there's a reason for everything. There's a reason why she is the way she is. There's a reason why the whole family is the way they are, and they're not comfortable. They're not happy with the way that they currently are, and things have to change. And change is coming. You best be ready for it. Gorillaz. Fucking amazing album. There's a lot of things that are happening in this movie, and I like that it's short. It's not very long. It's like what, an hour and something, change.
An hour and about. It's actually an hour and 40 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like an hour and 40 minutes. It doesn't feel that long. It feels really fast, and everything takes place in like a couple of days. So it also kind of helps. Yeah.
You know, I did not know it was a musical.
Really?
I didn't know it was going to be a musical until I went into it.
No way.
I shit you not. I was like, okay, what can Disney do? I didn't think it was gonna be like Raya and the Last Dragon. I thought it was gonna be like a straight film. I didn't know it was gonna be a musical.
Okay.
I didn't hate it though. I didn't find myself dragging ass like I did during certain parts of Raya. This movie did hit the ground running, and it sucked. And me and Nikki were both watching it at the same time, and we were both like, "Oh, she's that one." You know, the oddball out, the freak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, it's funny, and you did mention this, and you're right, how relatable it is for the Mexican family, like for the Hispanic family, for the Latin family, because it's like, you have the cousin that hears everything, you mean the gossiper? Yeah. You have the...
We all have one.
Yeah, or like the oldest cousin, the oldest sister who feels like she always has to be strong all the time. The fucking perfect one that everything seems to be perfect for them. Like, you know, a lot of that shit was on the ball. The overreacting aunt that like... You know, her emotions go all over the place. Mom, how her food can fix you. You know, shit like that. And you know, the matriarch is always right. We're doing air quotes, folks.
We're doing air quotes because they're not. So there's there's a lot to like in this. There's a lot. I like the family members. I like their dynamic. You know how we were talking about how in Eternals, it was nice to see like a group of superheroes that like feel like a family. This one is kind of like the opposite, but I don't know. Similar, same, but different. Like there's a lot of similarities there, and I like. There's something very specific that I like. You cannot tell when this takes place. Mm-hmm. Like it could be modern times. It could be 20 years ago. It could be 30 years ago. There's not a cell phone in sight. I like that. It felt very 100 Years of Solitude about it. And I love magical realism. So I really like how it was applied. What's up?
I was going to ask you, you would know about this. The part where they're trying to escape a force that's trying to, like, I guess, overtake or kill them or whatnot. And they're running away from guys on horseback. Is that the same thing that happened with, like, in the Eternals? Like, they're fleeing a conquering force, possibly the, you know.
Not that same one. Not the fall of Tenochtitlan. but I think that was more like, I don't know, probably World War One or something else.
Oh, you think so? That recent?
Yeah, I think it was more recent. Like it looks like something that would have happened, but no, not exactly what happened in the
Eternals.
in the Eternals. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is
no.
still Disney. They can't go all the way.
Yeah, I mean, the Eternals was also made by Disney, but yeah, pretty much. Did you recognize who voices the protagonist, Mirabel?
You mean Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
It's Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Dude, I did not believe it till I looked it up.
It's so weird. Have you ever seen like interviews of her? Like,
No.
It's so weird seeing her smile. I don't know if that makes sense.
Also, her voice is weird. Like, what the fuck? Why do you sound so normal?
Yeah, and then because like you cue her happy and like singing, and you're like, what? Weird. No, she's great. And then shout out to John Leguizamo, who's one of my absolute favorite actors, and he voices Uncle Bruno. And
I did not hear that. You're right.
He's so good, and you know he can play. It was kind of dark. I cannot believe that that it was him, because he was so dark, and his character, you know, he did have like a couple of like funny moments, but it was mostly like kind of dark. And I don't know. I always see him as a very funny, very like highly energetic guy. If you've ever seen the movie Chef, he plays like the best friend, and I love him in that movie. He's so lovable. I think in that one, and I don't know. I think he did good in this one, but I cannot believe that, like, you know, they make you believe of what his character is going to be, and then what they end up doing, I think, ends up working really well.
You know,
yeah,
that scene where he's kind of showing her where he lives in the house and the cracks and whatnot. And you see where he like peeks in and sees him at the table, and he has his own table right next to it that says Bruno. Mm-hmm. Dude, that part broke my heart. For real, that broke my damn heart. Like, oh my God, you poor man. Like, how can you not feel bad for this guy, especially in that instance?
Yeah, and the fact that he was like blamed by the whole family, that like as if he had done something wrong, when all he did was just, you know, do his own stuff. Oh God!
All I did was tell the truth, though.
He just told the truth. He just wanted the whole thing to work out, but no, it's always the fucking matriarch who's wrong. Okay, I want every grandma and every Latino grandma to watch this movie and like hopefully see it and be like, maybe I am wrong.
They won't. No, they won't.
They won't. I know.
They'll be like, oh, at least she admitted it, but they won't admit anything.
That's your litmus test. Show your family this movie and see who they think is right and who do they think is wrong, and then leave them, because you don't need them.
You know, Nikki said, like, you have something against the grandma, don't you? I'm like, yes, because God, you know what? Maybe that is a trace of Latino. I don't know. Maybe it's unique to our culture or in general. Fucking the elders of the family never like to admit that they're wrong, whether it's the parents or the grandparents, or God forbid, great grandparents. I'm not wrong. Everyone else is wrong. The world's wrong. I'm right.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your stubbornness.
Yeah. I will say though, when they show like the backstory of the grandma with the husband and that song, man, that fucking song was sad as hell.
Really? That tore you up more?
It got me for like a second. It was a good song. I think it worked. I don't have a lot of negatives. I think it works on every level. It's almost my favorite. It's almost my favorite animated film of the year, if it wasn't for Mitchell's versus the Machines. But man, this was a special one. This was a really special one. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that in the same year we got Luca and this, like from Disney. Like those are home runs back to back.
But Luca was Pixar, no?
Yeah, but you know.
Well, I don't know. That's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
But
like this is. I mean, Luca's better. I think Luca's a little bit better, but this is really good. Like Encanto's just really, really good. Yeah.
This movie overall, I mean, it's positive. It's a good movie. It has good morals.
Yeah.
It might be the most Disney movie to come out in a while, actually, considering the fact that like Raya and the Last Dragon, like that felt more like a DreamWorks movie. It was action, no, it was all quippy, no music or anything like that. So, if anything, this might be the most Disney movie to come out since maybe Frozen 2.
Yeah, I think somewhere between that. Yeah, because it's just been that, right? No, because like I was shocked when the movie started and it said like 60th Disney theatrical animated feature. Because I remember being in like my last year of junior high or like about to enter high school when Tangled came out. And that had the logo that said like 50th Disney theatrical animated feature. I'm like, it's only been 10 since Tangled? It's been 11 years and we've only had 10 more movies since that. What, really?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. They're kind of concentrating more on the Marvel Dream Machine rather than like their own projects. Plus, Disney Plus does get a lot of originals. It does get a lot of. So, I mean, it makes sense that animation's on the back burner. Like, what are you going to make more money on? One movie or a season of a show?
Yeah, but it's really between Tangled. It's only been Winnie the Pooh, Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, Moana, Ralph 2, Frozen 2, Raya, and this. Like, Jesus Christ, time flies. Okay. Yeah, oh my God. Oh God. I don't have negatives. I think this was fucking enchanting. Like I thought it was fucking beautiful, man.
By no stretch is this a bad movie. I just think, and this isn't fair, that's a mark against it. Coco did it better.
I don't think they need to be compared.
That's fair.
I don't think they have anything in common. They have nothing in common. I guess they're both about family, but like,
but it goes to the whole like it feels. You go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, although comparing to, let's pretend these movies were people. They would technically be siblings. Let's say they were cousins.
Mm.
It is very Latino for you to be like, oh, let's compare these things that don't need to be compared to see, just to tell them which one is better, make the other one feel bad. Have you ever had like a cousin who's like, did you hear? Your cousin is already married. Your cousin is already like, having kids. Like, where are you, motherfucker? Like,
oh God, what do you mean? Do I hear? I do hear that. Fuck you mean imagine? All right, it's already here.
Well, you just did it. You just did it to these two movies that didn't need to be compared. We need to see them both and be like, you know what? You both look good, man.
But one of you looks better, and it's Coco.
I am.
Look, I'll say this.
I'm not saying I like this one more, but I am liking it a lot.
Look, I'll just say this, just as a milestone.
Yeah.
In the last, I'm comfortable saying 5 years, maybe longer. I can't remember. Actually, no more than that. Okay, let's say in the last 10 years, right? Only 2 animated features have been able to get like a tear out of me. Only 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2. Toy Story 4 when Woody leaves, right? And Coco when I see the grandma walking with her dad.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 things. This one didn't get any tears out of me. It got but it did not get any tears.
So no other animated film in the past like 10 years made you cry?
Nope. Toy Story 3 came out in 2010.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh, you're going to try to disprove this?
Yes.
Go for it. I'll give hit me.
Okay. I'll give you a list. Okay. So you said Coco was the one, right?
Coco and Toy Story 4.
And Toy Story 4. So Spider-Man to Spider-Verse, no. Nothing.
Nope.
Nothing. Big Hero 6.
Nope.
Nothing. Sausage Party.
It got me laugh crying, if that's worth anything.
The Lego movie?
Nope.
Inside Out?
Nope.
Not even Inside Out?
Nope. It was sad when discount Barney Fluffaluffagus died, but I didn't cry. Not a tear was shed that day.
Incredibles 2.
Nope.
Monsters University.
Mm-mm.
Fucking Kubo and the Two Strings.
Nope.
What was the movie that we saw?
My Hero Academia?
No, not the My Hero Academia. The Weathering with You.
Nope. No tears.
No, not even close.
Nope. I was very well entertained, but no tears.
Not even fucking Megamind? Like,
no.
Wow.
No, it takes a lot to get me emotional. And like Toy Story 4, I mean, it was built in. And Coco, just because of like that moment of like the grandma finally gets to see her dad again. Like,
Okay, fine. I'll let you have that one. But
no, okay. But for what it's worth, Encanto is not a
it's not supposed to make you cry. No,
it's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. I'll tell you this: it's very fucking uplifting after watching a movie about the end of the world.
Do you think it would be equally as uplifting if you hadn't seen Don't Look Up, Leslie?
I think it would still be uplifting, but it wouldn't be as much because the thing is, when you come up from a really low to like a pretty good high, you notice that difference. Yeah. And this movie, it was nice to watch a movie and not overanalyze it for like every little hidden meaning.
Yeah, I think it's a very digestible movie. I was talking about it with a friend of mine, and he said, I don't feel the magical realism thing. I think it's very like low key and not very well exploited. And I said, I agree, but it's a Disney film. Like I kind of expected that from them. I didn't expect like a super well, like incredibly detailed thing, like taking one subject and running with it. I think they make kind of very surface level, really good movies, very, very entertaining popcorn movies, but not the most particularly deep movies, or like at least like creatively deep. I'm digging myself into a hole. It looks like I'm bashing Disney. No, I think the movie's great. But
okay, you can bash Disney.
Nah, I mean, I don't have to. They keep giving me good product, so it would be like saying something bad about Ghost, which we won't do because they give you good product, right?
They do give me that high I'm looking for.
They give me that high. So yeah. So no, Encanto, my closing statement is that Encanto is a really fun movie. The songs are catchy as hell. And it's about Latino generational trauma. So it's right up my alley. Of course, this movie was a sign for me to like it. Like there was no way that I was not going to like it. So yeah, if you are the kid of an immigrant family, force them to watch this movie, and see how that goes.
They're gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, are you trying to tell me something?" That's the reaction.
Yes, it's a good idea. Yeah, I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I'll give it a solid B. Would I watch it again? Probably eventually.
Me too. Good. Absolutely. I'd love to watch it again. Yeah. I'd love to watch it again. And like I said, Disney, build that house at Disney World. Just do it.
Disney, give me a Coco ride first, and then I'll take Encanto.
What would a Coco ride even look like?
Through the afterlife.
I mean, you could.
There's a lot that you can do with that.
Just go to Mexico City on the Day of the Dead. Like they do the whole festival. Just go. There's your fucking Coco. Yeah.
Well, what if they did that? Right. What if they did Coco, but like every single Halloween?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Boom. There you go, Disney. I just printed you more money. You're welcome.
There you go. Yeah. I would be happy to trade that information for annual passes.
Or a sponsorship deal. Wait,
I'll take the passes.
Wait, do we want passes from the Nazi Mouse?
I won't say that about. I wouldn't use those words when we're trying to get them to sponsor us.
Fuck Disney.
Thank you for welcoming us into Europe. That was not the closer. Shit. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to hear more about our thoughts on movies, please check out our feeds. We are available on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and any other site that allows us to transmit our thoughts, however wrong they may be.
Please like and subscribe. We're always trying to grow this podcast and this channel. We also do have a YouTube channel, folks. I post their video reviews as often as I fucking can.
Thank you for joining us. This was a review of Encanto. Next week, what are we doing next week?
I was going to ask, do you want to do Scream, the new one?
Oh, shit. That's a good idea. Yeah. I was going to suggest Tick, Tick, Boom, but yeah, let's do that.
We can do both.
I'll see if I can squeeze in the Scream. I kind of want to rewatch all of them and then watch the new Scream. Scream 4, low key, one of the most underrated best slasher films ever made.
I was going to say Tick, Tick, Boom. I haven't finished it, but I'm about 30 minutes in and I fucking love it. I've already re-listened to that birthday song part of it like 3 times.
Are you like relating to it because you're almost 32?
Very hard. Very hard, yes.
It's okay. You still have like 3 years. Relax. It'll be fine.
Fuck. All right. Tick, Tick, Boom, and possibly Scream next week, folks.
All right. Thanks for joining us. This is what my name was Chema.
I've been Eddie.
And this
was the rollback.
Signing off with a reminder that if you're not going to be the person who breaks the pattern in your trauma family, at least have the decency to pay for your kids' therapy. You did cause it.
Bye, everybody.